So the first part of Pedal Stroke 101 is how to use your hip flexor. The hip flexor is a small muscle that allows you to lift your leg up. It opposes the glutes, which push down. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to isolate that muscle group. And the easiest way of doing that is the one-legged pedal stroke drill. So I'm going to have you clip out with one side, put your foot on the trainer behind you, and just very slowly and very consistently bring that pedal around the pedal circle. Okay? Seems easy enough, but there are a few little problems with that. The first problem is that very few people use end range of motion in any of their muscles to any extent, so I'm asking you to pull your foot all the way up to here. And in your normal life, you rarely get your foot much higher than this. So what's going to happen is you're going to bring your foot up to about here, and if you're like most people, you're going to try and push it across the top, not lift it over the top, and it's going to make this thunking noise. Once you figure out that you have to pull up higher than you think you have to, or higher than your body's telling you you have to, it smooths out over the top. Second little problem. You always have body weight on your feet. You spend your entire life having body weight on your feet. You start to get used to this idea. So what happens is you put body weight on your feet. And this is what happens. Okay, it starts accelerating down. Sometimes it even stops at the bottom. This is an exercise about the hip flexor, so I want you thinking about controlling that all the way around. No pushing down, no putting your body weight on it. Nice, smooth. Think about tracing a circle. You're not powering the bike. You're not pushing down. All you're doing is you're tracing that circle. The next little problem is called speed. You increase the speed as this happens. You start pedaling faster and faster. And I can do this at this rate without using my hip flexor at all. So what I want you to do is I want you to keep it very slow. There's no inertia in this exercise. If that pedal has to come over the top, it has to come over the top under your power. If you stop doing it, it would simply stop moving. Okay? If you build up too much speed, you're just letting inertia carry that over the top. You're not really using your hip flexor. That's called cheating. Okay, so the drill itself is pretty simple. It is simply one side, 1 minute. Okay, so right side only. I'm going to have you do 1 minute, very smoothly, very consistently. Then after a minute, I'm going to have you switch sides. Flip it with one, flip out with the other. Put your foot on the trainer. Go ahead and bring that pedal around as smoothly as you can. After a minute of doing that, I'm going to have you clip in with both feet. And all I want you thinking about in this part is 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Pull that foot up, pull that foot up, pull that foot up. All you're doing is you're getting your feet out of the way. You're learning how to use your hip flexors to get the pedal up over the top. There should be almost no upper body movement. You can bring up the speed quite a ways. Once you've done that for a minute, I'm going to have you just pedal the bike. Forget about what we were just doing. Just get blood flow back into these muscles. So I want you to take a little bit of the tension off of them. Okay, so that's one set, and if you do it correctly, it's 1 minute one side, 1 minute the other side, 1 minute together, 2 minutes off. Makes a 5-minute segment. I want you to do that 5-minute segment 6 times, so it's a half an hour's worth of workout. Each time you do that, the first time you do that, you start out in the easiest gear on the bike. The second time you do that, you go up a gear. The third time you go up a gear. So by the end, you actually have something to pull against. You're actually working against some kind of resistance. Okay, that is the first workout.